What's up guys? Today we're going to show you a little how-to on how to drive a manual. So first let's start with the basics. The difference between automatic and manual. With a manual, you have 3 pedals. Automatic, you have 2. The third pedal in the manual is the clutch. In a manual, you shift the gears. In automatic, you don't. It's pretty simple. Alright, so first things first. Okay, you want to hold it? First things first, here's your gear shifter. We're in my Miata right now, so
Miata is always the answer.
it's a 5-speed. So right here is neutral. You can move it fully back and forth. So that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse.
On any stock shift knob, it's almost always going to have the gear pattern. So right here you can tell it's first, then all the way back second, then third, fourth, fifth, and then all the way to the right and back is reverse.
Yep. So with the reverse, you have to be completely stopped to get in it. That's because there's no synchronizer on reverse. So if you're like rolling backwards at all and you try to put it in reverse, it's not going to work. It's going to crunch really bad. So remember that. That's a good thing to know that most videos don't go over. Alright, so next we're going to show you how to do the pedals. Alright, so this is very basic. So you got the 3 pedals. The far right one's your gas, the middle one's your brake, and the far left one on the left is the clutch. The far left one on the left is the clutch.
Alright, so whenever you start in a manual car, you always want to make sure that the shifter's in neutral, or moving it side to side, and your handbrake is on. Alright, after that, you want to make sure you have your right foot on the brake, and your left foot on the clutch pushed all the way in. Then you can turn the ignition. Alright, if you're in neutral, you can let your foot off the clutch and you'll idle. Alright, after that you want to make sure your right foot is on the brake and you take off the handbrake. Now you want to push the clutch all the way in and put it in first gear. Now you want to get your engine at about 2,000 RPM and hold it as steady as you can right there. After you're holding it steady, you want to let your foot off the clutch as slowly as possible.
Let's go ahead and get a shot of the clutch. So I'm just going to move it very, very slow. And right now it's about halfway.
And we're just starting to move.
And now we're moving.
Once you start moving, you still want to be letting off the clutch very slow. You don't want to drop the clutch.
Exactly. Alright, so here's another like aspect of it. Another shot. So my foot's on the clutch. I'm going to put it in first gear. And I'm going to rev the engine to about 2,000. Alright? So to start moving, you want to take your foot off the clutch very, very slow. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. Right now it's about halfway up. You can see I'm starting to move. I'm going to keep my foot on the clutch. And now it's off.
Alright, you want to make sure when you're starting, you don't just drop the clutch. You want to keep letting off as slow as possible until it's all the way out. Alright, this is how to stop. Once you get going, you want to make sure when you're coming to a stop, you press the clutch all the way in, put the shifter in neutral, and just roll to a stop using the brake.
At this point, you can let the clutch out since you're in neutral and put the brake on. So right now, since it's in neutral, I can push the clutch in and out. It won't do anything. But if I put it in first gear, it'll start moving.
Alright, here's the next step when it comes to driving manual, is how to shift. So once you get down, starting from a complete stop, you're going to need to know how to shift. So here we go. Smooth stop from first, or smooth start from first. And now you're going to need to know how to go into second. So whenever you want to shift gears, you're going to press the clutch all the way in and pull from first into second gear, which pulls straight back.
And let the clutch out slow.
And then once you get it in gear, you're going to want to let the clutch out slow again.
And that's how you drive manual in 5 minutes or less. Thanks for watching.